See if you can walk over there without falling. Yeah, boy, you good. You good, boy. You good. You good. That was my issue. That was my stronghold. And I covered it up. Come on, back out. I check up on it because we know the places that we have issues in, and then we check on it. Make sure it's still there. And we say, ain't no big deal. I can just deal with that a little bit later. Yeah, you good, boy. You good. And we go back through this dance and this scenario time and time again, and we cover it up, we hide it, and then all of a sudden we decide we're gonna check on it again, and we check on it, but the stronghold's a little bit different this time. Did anybody notice? The stronghold, when I look up under there, that thing is uglier than it was before. Sorry about that, Kofi. Just for illustration purposes. It's bigger than what it was before. Now it's even a little bit out of shape. Okay? And I want you to see something. Thank you, Brother Kofi. I want you to see something here, and I want you to put this in your notes. We have allowed the stronghold to hide so long that it has grown up. You've allowed it to be covered so long that it's actually increased and matured. The stronghold is okay with you covering it and hiding it. It's okay because it knows that if it can buy itself enough time, it can incubate and multiply. So now, ignored and unchallenged strongholds will be empowered to hold strong. If you ignore it, you don't challenge it, you don't deal with it, it's going to get stronger. And I heard somebody say, you will never conquer what you don't confront. You'll never conquer what you don't deal with. You don't never conquer what you don't put yourself in a position to fight. So just to make sure you're paying attention, the cover-up is always worse than the crime. We have allowed the stronghold to hide so long, and I think we have an extra word there, that it has grown up. How many can attest to this, that this can happen in your life? Ignored and unchallenged strongholds will be empowered to hold strong. And that last piece there that I want you to get, if you don't get anything else out of this, our failure to properly respond to strongholds is what allowed it to grow up. When you don't respond right, when some of the things that our children are doing we think is cute instead of dealing with them properly. I could tell you some stories about how Bishop and Lady Skinner used to deal properly. They were anointed to deal. They look harmless right now. Oh, but every now and then they would grab something called a belt. We didn't always go into timeout. Sometimes they sent us in time so that they could have time to go get the extension cord. And then every now and then when they couldn't get an extension cord, a switch, or a belt, they would just use their hand. Y'all act like they parented y'all too. The idea is just like we have to discipline our children, there are times when we have to discipline ourselves. It's so important because the stronghold grows up. We don't take time. If you remain paralyzed, if you keep ignoring it, if you keep covering it up, if you keep not seeking help, if you keep allowing it to mature and grow, it will grow up on you and it'll be too big to deal with. So the enemy knows that the cover-up is worse than the crime.